guys, how you doing? It's Rabea. I hope you're all well. So in this video, I'm extremely excited because I get to try out 3 stunning guitars courtesy of Mayones guitars and basses. If you've not heard of Mayones before, I sincerely suggest you check them out. They're a Polish-based guitar company. They've been around a few years and they make incredibly awesome guitars. Guys like John Brown from Monuments, Jakub Zytecki, as well as many other guitarists play these guitars. And I always see them flicking through Instagram and just always look at them and go, geez, that's a nice guitar. So I got chatting with Mayones maybe a couple of months ago now, and they very kindly sent 3 guitars for me to show you today in this video and generally use for a little bit of time. Get to know the guitars and use them on recordings and things. And I have to say, in terms of contemporary guitars, these really are some of the nicest, most well-built sounding, beautiful looking guitars I've actually had the pleasure of playing, and I mean that wholeheartedly. So I've got 3 guitars to show you today. I've got a Regis Core Classic 24, I've got a Regis, and I've got a Setius Baritone. The 2 Regis are 25.4 inch scale guitars and the Setius is a 27 inch scale guitar. So let's take a look at some close-ups and I'll read you the specs. So this guitar is the Regis Core Classic V24. It features swamp ash body. It's got a 4A flamed maple top. It's got an 11 ply maple dominant neck, which means it's mainly made from maple. It's 25.4 inch scale, as I said. It features a 3A bird's eye maple fingerboard with 3 ply black ABS, black pearloid binding, abalone fret dots and loom inlays on the side, stainless steel frets. It's in an antique black matte finish. It's got a bare knuckle black hawk in the bridge and 2 cobras in the middle and the neck position. It comes with a custom guitar preamp that's activated with the push-pull that you can use the tone knob to blend that in and out. Well, it's not a tone knob, it's actually the blend of the preamp. And then it also has hipshot tuners, the hipshot US Contour tremolo, Graphtec nut, and it's strung up with Diodarios. This guitar also features TEW wood, which means tonally enhanced wood. Now, that's the sort of short abbreviation that Mayones like to use. Basically, it's their baking process, what they do to sort of bake the woods. Like you've heard of baked maple before and all that kind of stuff. Well, this is baked ash and maple. The whole thing's been baked in this guitar. It generally lightens the guitar in terms of weight. It's more resonant and it's harder wood. It just becomes a little bit more solid, and it's a real... To be honest, you can hear the difference. When we play them, I'll show you how much more resonant it is. And it's not necessarily like, oh, that's the best way and that's the only way. It's just a different quality in terms of the sound of the guitar and the resonance. Next up, we have the Regis 6. This is a swamp ash body, 4A quilted maple top. It's got an 11 ply maple dominant neck again, 25.4 inch scale, ebony fingerboard, 3 ply black ABS blue pearloid binding, loom inlays on the side, stainless steel frets. It's in a Galaxy Eye blue finish. It has a bare knuckle nail bomb in the bridge and a cold sweat in the neck, hip shot tuners with a fixed bridge, Graphtec nut, and again strung with Didario NYXLs. And last but by no means least, this is the Setius Baritone 6. It's got a mahogany body, ash top, 5 ply mahogany maple neck. It's 27 inch scale, ebony fingerboard. It's got 1 ply ivory ABS binding on the body, loom inlay side dots, NS frets, monolith black with poured green finish, which is really striking. We've got again a bare knuckle nail bomb in the bridge and a cold sweat in the neck. Again, we have the custom guitar preamp that you can activate with the push-pull using the what would be a tone knob to blend that in and out. Schala tuners with a fixed bridge, Graphtec nut, and again strung up with Diodarios NYXL. So hopefully you can see from the close-ups I've done just how stunning these guitars really are. Really excited to get stuck in with some tones. So I'm going to take through each one of them, play a bit and show you the tones and how they basically work. I'm running into the VX100 by Victory amps, into the 2 Notes Torpedo Studio, captured with the Universal Audio Apollo X8P, and I've got the Strymon Volante in the loop. So let's check it out. Okay, first up we've got the Regis, and this, as I said, it's a beauty guitar. Really, really like this. As you can see on the close-up, it's just, the finish on it is a belter. It's definitely more of a looker than the kind of guitars I go for, but at the same time, it's just really, really nice. The binding on the fretboard's insane. Let's have a listen. So I've got it on a clean and the Volante's in the loop. This is a neck pickup. middle position. And bridge. You can hear the nail bomb high gain pickup. It's pushing the front of that amp quite a bit, but let's go back and do a coil split. So this is without. So the coil split works really well. I prefer it when I've got a bit more gain going in, so this is how it sounds with the gain. So that's the general working of this guitar with the 3-way and the coil split, and now I'm just going to play for you and show you what it sounds like. So I must admit this guitar has a lot of snap to it, which for me when I split down the middle position, did the funky stuff, it was really fun to play. The neck feels good. It's sort of reasonably wide, I'd say. It feels like a modern guitar in a sense, you know, like I play a lot of like Strat and Tellys and stuff, and the Les Paul as well, and they feel kind of like that vintage feel, if you know what I mean. But this feels like a contemporary modern guitar, you know, reasonably flat fretboard, but the neck's got a nice contour to it, and I think, to be fair, it's good for lead as well. And the string spacing, you know, with it being hip shot as well, I think it's F-spaced, so it's a little bit wider, but the whole thing feels great, to be honest. Really, really nice. Let's gain it up and see what kind of filthy tones we can get. So that's a quick look at the Regis. To be fair, this guitar, it's got a snap to it that I really enjoy. It's a very articulate guitar. The fretboard is flatter than I would normally use, but by no means is that a bad thing. It's just, you know, different player preferences, of course. But the guitar sounds great. It's super sustainy. And as I say, it kind of plays itself really. Like, you know, the action they all came set up very well, I would say, and the action is lower than I normally use, but it just means that you can shred super ridiculous fast on it, and it just feels great, to be honest. Nice and sturdy. The scale length being 25.4, I didn't think I'd notice it, but you do kind of notice it a tiny bit. In any case, it's a really, really nice guitar. So, yeah, there you go. There's the Regis. Let's move on to the Regis Core Classic. Okay, we have the Regis Core Classic. This, in terms of style, is probably closer to my vibe in the sense that it's quite a naturally finished guitar. You know, one thing I do like as well is the, as you can see on the close-up here, the kind of custom shaped cavity covers. It's just a nice touch. Again, like I said, it's all about the details. But yeah, in terms of feel, it's a good weight. As I said, it's this tonally enhanced wood, the baking process. And the necks are just insane. Like, you can see, and I've shown you on the close-up, but just the amount of 11 ply, you know what I mean? It's insane. But yeah, really, really nice guitar. So this is one of the ones that comes with the custom preamp that they've put in there. So as you can see here, this knob is much smaller than this knob. That's what she said. Anyway, the point is that this is kind of like the level control for that boost. This is a 5-way as well, so it means we've got control of these two in between sounds as well, and the push pull. So let's take a listen. This is on the clean bridge pickup. Position 2. I will just say that I did lower the middle position pickup just because it was, for me, it was kind of getting in the way of my picking, but that's just me. So you can kind of hear the blend isn't quite what you'd expect, but that's because I lowered the pickup. Middle position. Position 4. And then the neck position. So what I'm going to do now is put the boost in. So I'm going to roll the boost out and then roll it in. So. Just checking I wasn't clipping because this is the clean channel, so it's going to push that. But you can hear that it's certainly louder, and it's definitely pushing a little bit of gain in there. It's definitely boosting, it's compressing. It feels really good on the neck pickup. I approve. That sounds very good. I prefer, in terms of playability, for me this one's more my cup of tea. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's a satin finish, so the neck feels a bit more familiar, but I'm really digging this guitar. Okay, so that was all on the clean channel. So let's just put on some crunch. It's a really vocal guitar. I'm digging it a lot, so I'm just going to play some more tones, bit of gain now, see how it sounds. Let's try the boost. definitely getting along with this guitar more. I can just feel that, you know, given a bit of time, I would really bond with this one. So let's move on to some high gain. Okay, so this is the Regis Core Classic. Again, it's a stunner to play. Really snappy. A lot of these guitars, I mean, they're loaded with bare knuckles, which is my preferred choice of pickup, of course. And they just got a snappy response. This one's more my kind of thing in terms of playability, more my cup of tea. And the tonal variation going on with the 5-way, the pickups and the boost involved really does make this guitar sing. I'm really, really impressed, especially the clean stuff. Of course, this guitar can shred and do the high gain stuff, but yeah, really impressed so far. So let's try the old Bazzer, the Setius 6. So this is the Setius Baritone. I think that's how you say it. I hope it's how you say it. It's Larry. I mean, this is such an intense colour, and the pickups to go with it. Again, it's those little things. Now, if you want a guitar that's loud and proud on stage, then this is the kind of finish you'd want. The sandblasted swamp ash top. Looks really, really cool. I mean, I personally probably wouldn't play guitar this colour, but that's just me. Some people love this kind of thing, and, you know, for good reason, because it is very striking. A nice slab of ebony on there, unmarked. I like that, completely unmarked fretboard. As you can see on the close-up, it's a beautiful guitar. Once again, they just do such a good job of making these things. Mahogany, of course, big slab of two-piece mahogany body there. You got the preamp in this, string through. Kind of reminds me of the Mike Mushuk MM1, the Ibanez MM1 Baritone. It's got a similar vibe in terms of the shape and stuff like that. So in terms of navigation for this guitar, we've got a 5-way, but it's interesting because, you know, position 1 is bridge, position 2 is a split bridge to my ear, position 3 is both humbuckers, position 4 is split neck, and then position 5 is neck. And that's what I can hear when I'm playing through the guitar. And then you've got the push-pull boost as well, so the tone knob controls the level of that boost, which is an interesting way to do it, but I actually quite like it because it means you can, you know, if you do want to get a split tone out of it, it's really not that hard to navigate, which I do like. So we've got a clean sound. So let's have a little listen through the pickups and then we'll do the boost. So this is bridge. Position 3. Position 4. Position 5. So now if we throw the boost in, go back to position 1. Position 2. Position 3. There's definitely some compression going on there. Position 5. So that was position 4 and then position 5. Very interesting. Okay, and then if we put on a little bit of crunch. Okay, this is position 1 with the crunch and the boost in. Really nice having different tonal variations, and the boost, I'm convinced that this is some sort of compression. It says in the spec custom boost on a push-pull, and I think that's got compression in there, a little bit of gain, something in there. Really nice. So anyway, let's have a listen to some more tonage. So there is a look at the Mayones guitars that I've been sent. That was the Regis Core Classic and the Setius 6 Baritone. As I said before, having never played Mayones guitars and then getting hold of 3 of them, 3 very different guitars actually, to be fair, I'm gobsmacked with the quality. I really think it's fantastic. I think what they're doing is great. It's really great to see a company come out of Poland, bring these amazing guitars to the market that are really successful. Lots of guys using them, very happy with them, and I can see why, to be fair. They just feel great. They look great. They're built to perfection. There's no doubt about that. I'm really, really happy to have had the chance to play these and show them to you. So if you're interested in these particular models, I'll put links in the description box below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks to Mayones for sending me these guitars. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and share, and I will see you all very soon.